Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you have been watching my Instagram stories and my short videos on YouTube, you all know that I have recently traveled to US by road. And many of you had questions about the documentation and how I went and things like that. So I just thought I'll make a quick video about it. So the first major requirement that you need if you're traveling to US is the US visa. One of you asked me if you could travel with the Mexican visa. No, you cannot travel to US with Mexican visa. Of course, the US citizens or the people with US visa can come to Mexico with the US visa, but with Mexican visa, we cannot travel to US. So you need to have a US visa. We have B1, B2, which we applied from Mexico itself long time back. In fact, we renewed it second time. You usually get it for 10 years. So we have our B1, B2 visa, and the second important thing that you need to show at the immigration office is your FM3 card, or that you have a valid visa to stay in Mexico. Or if you are from Mexico, I think you will have to show your identification. So these are the two major things that you need to show at the immigration office when you're crossing the border. So we crossed the border by road at Nuevo Laredo. From Querétaro to Monterrey, it took us 8 hours, and from Monterrey to the border, that is Nuevo Laredo, it takes around 2 more hours. So total, it was like 10 hours drive on the day one. We did not stop in Monterrey, or we did not stay back anywhere. We just stopped for the basic gas, food, and washroom stops. So it was like hardly 45 minutes of break in between. So we drove continuously to the border. So at around 6:30 in the morning, we started from Querétaro, from our home, and we reached the border at around 5:30 in the evening. So the reason we traveled by road is a month back, my nephew, like my husband's nephew, he had come from US to Mexico by road. He bought a new car, so he drove all the way from US to Mexico, and he wanted to spend some time with us. He wanted to explore Mexico. So that's how he came here. And while coming to Mexico at the border, he came through the same border. So the only requirement that he had to show when he got his car is he needs to take a car permit at the border. So he has to pay a deposit, and he also has to show the title that the car belongs to him, and also the car insurance. So these are the documents that he showed at the border. And while going back, he had to get that car permit cancelled, so in order to show that he came and he has gone back. So that we had to get done. So first thing when we reached the border is we went to that office and we got that car permit cancelled and took his deposit back, and then we joined the line at the border. So at the border, the line took us around 2.5 hours. Basically, it takes from 2 hours to 8 hours. It depends on your luck. That day being a weekday, we were lucky, and it just took us like 2.5 hours. It's not complicated. Only thing is the line moves very slowly. That's why it takes a lot of time. So the first thing is the car gets scanned in order to see if you're taking any things that you are not permitted to take. So you get the car gets scanned, and then you go to the immigration office. You don't have to get down from the car. You have to stay in the car, and you just have to show your passport and your FM3 or the permanent resident Mexican card. So these are the two documents that we showed from our side, and that's it. We got the permission to go to US. So from there we went to Texas border, and that night we stayed back because by the time we finished it was 8 o'clock. So we had our dinner and we stayed back in Texas. So from Texas we drove to other states, and our final destination was Ohio, and it took us like 6 days to reach Ohio. And while coming back, we took a flight because we didn't want to again drive back. Also, my nephew was staying back in Ohio, he has his job there. So we bid goodbye to him and we came back by flight. So that was our US trip, and I will give you more details because I have a lot of videos that I have taken from day one to day six. So I'll be posting those videos and I'll give you information through those videos too. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, leave that in the comment and I would be glad to answer. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.